You and Erica Mena.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little bit of a surprise when I heard about it. Just to be, I've interviewed her before.
Yeah.
And
I've seen the interviews.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is before you guys were engaged. And I think like right before, actually.
Yeah.
And, you've seen her on Love and Hip Hop, and you see her wilding out and everything else like that. And then suddenly, I'm engaged to Bow Wow. Like, where did that come from? Like, how did that come together?
Pretty much a lot of things that I do. I mean, I know I'm pretty much like a public person, but a lot of things, I do it without letting people know what I'm doing. I just live my life, and I think if you just live, you just look up and like, oh shit, how did it happen? Like, we seen Blue Ivy like this tall, then like next week Blue Ivy was like this tall. Like, what the fuck? And it's the same thing, we only show you what we want to show you. And she was hosting 106 with me for fucking ever.
Right, yeah.
Before 106 in Park, she was supposed to play in Lottery Ticket. Tierra Marie wasn't supposed to have that role. That role was for Erica. She came in, read with me. This was 2005, 2006. Read with me. The studio loved her. I love you, Erica. Sorry, but she couldn't say hamburger right. I'm gonna put it out there. I know.
She couldn't say hamburger right?
Yeah, it was a line she had to say hamburger. If you watch Lottery Ticket, it's a scene where me and Tierra Marie at the dinner table, and she mentions burger, and it was like, she's Puerto Rican and Dominican, so her little accent is like, it just couldn't come out. But the studio loved her. Like, she was young, beautiful, Latina, and they wanted a Latina in the hood instead of, the typical, a black girl in the hood or whatever. But we've been knowing each other since then. So 2006, I lived in Miami. A friend of mine tried to like always tell me about her, but I never really paid no attention. If Erica was here right now, she'd be like, yeah, Bow would diss me. He would never want to talk to me. There's that and the third. And it wasn't until we got older and she came and did 106 with me, and we just started talking and reminiscing like, yo, wouldn't have been fucking nuts if that was you in Lottery Ticket. And mind you, we haven't seen each other since Lottery Ticket. So we went on like a fucking 6-year not talking, not nothing. Not by purpose, just how life works. And I remember me in New York now, we spent a lot of time. She was trying to play real tough because I didn't know how to come at her really, because I'm like, damn, is she more on the dude side because she fuck with girls? Is she more on the feminine side? And I'm like, all right, I know how I'm gonna do this. But she was playing a little hardball at first, and then that broke. And then next thing you know, we was in Puerto Rico having a great time, and we come back, and then boom, we together. Then 9 months down the line, BET Awards is in Atlanta, and I proposed to her. And she's the one that put that news out there, though. I didn't put that out.
It was on a red carpet.
Yeah.
I think it was like a Jack Thriller.
Yeah, it was. I was
carpet.
hosting. And then she comes over to my hosting area. I'm on the red carpet, and she goes, oh, my God, babe, I told them. I'm like, you did what? I'm like, oh, my God, social media is about to be fucking going nuts. I said, you told them what? I told them that we were engaged. I'm like, you told them to now? Like, that's the type of dude I am. I'm like, fuck. It's like, what do you want me to do? I'm like, you good. I'm not mad. Like, fuck it. Okay. Do it now, get out the way. Fuck it. And then that's when it happened.
So you guys are engaged, and then comedians start taking shots at you guys. Tony Rock took a shot at you. I actually interviewed him about it afterwards.
I was in the crib with my boys. We joking around. I talk on Twitter the same way I talk to my niggas. So I'm like, yo, I said the thing about, are they still getting married because the show got canceled? Jokingly, like I always joke with my boys, I'm talking to the Twitter world like I talk to my niggas. If you follow me on Twitter, it's some small way you one of my peoples, you know what I'm saying? So I tweet that, a couple people like, yo, that's mad funny. Then I say, no, I'm not hating, and then a couple people say like, yo, that's fucked up, you should have said that. So then I try a retraction, like, yo, no, I'm not hating on them. Every dude should fall in love with a whore, once in his life. I said a full-blown whore, because that's what me and my friends said. We say, yo, like, look at this badass full-blown whore right here. Like, that's how we talk. So I tweeted it. Yes, I did. This is in no way me copping a plea. Yes, I said it. Yes, I tweeted it. Yes, I pressed send. I did all that. I didn't know this whole life of its own. Then I guess somebody put a battery in his back and was like, yo, Tone, dissing your girl. And as a dude, you gotta protect your girl. I understand that. I'm not even mad at homie. And as you see on my Twitter, I have not said anything about it since then, because I'm trying not to put no more fuel on this. Like, let it die down. It ain't nothing. I said a joke, And guess what? 99% of the time when I say a joke, there's at least one person in the room that doesn't think it was funny. You're never going to write a joke or say a joke or joke around with somebody and everybody's going to think it's fun. You know what I'm saying? The greatest comic ever, there's people that go, that one wasn't really that funny. Or that one was in poor taste. Or that one didn't really reach me. Or that one he shouldn't have said. And that's all it was. It was like I said something that I thought was funny, that my niggas laughed at, and somebody else thought it wasn't funny. That's all it was. I'm trying not to put no more fuel on it. I'm trying to let it die down. It's nothing. I got no beef with Shorty. There's no existing history with us. There's no existing history of me and Bow Wow. I've been on 106 a couple times, met him a couple times, a couple parties. It's not like that. Nothing major, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, to be honest with you, it was like a joke that some people viewed as it was in poor taste. That was it.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
Yep. I think Lil Duval.
Yeah, Duval crazy.
Yeah.
Duval used to get to her. I used to have to calm E down like, why the fuck this little? I'm like, chill out. That's not why. You need to call him. I'm like, he's a comedian.
What they do. Yeah.
It's cool. You feel me? Like I know him. I don't know Tony Rock. You dig? Yeah. I don't know you. I seen you on the BET red carpet before. We spoke that shit, but I don't know you to be playing with me. Like at the end of the day, I'm not. If you say something disrespectful about Kim, Ye on you. He might not say nothing publicly, but when you see Ye, he might spaz on you. You don't play with wives, fiance, like there's just
kids,
things you don't do in kids. So it's like, I don't even really know you. And then plus, you know, my whole career, people always want to discredit what I do. People always want to turn this into a joke. When you do that type of things, you'll bring a beast out of a motherfucker where they don't want to take it no more. Yeah. I really, really, really wanted to go up to one of the deaf comedy things that he does. We wanted to go up there hella deep.
Yeah, the ADD thing that he does.
Yeah, we wanted to go up there hella deep. Like we was really gonna go up there and like really saw that issue, because as a man, it's only so much I'm gonna take with the playing around. Like, don't play with me. Same thing with Stunner. It's like, don't play with me. I think a lot of y'all motherfuckers get it confused with this like Mike shit and not knowing that the motherfuckers who y'all feel is corny got more gangsters than the motherfuckers who really say they gangsters. Like, I would be more afraid of Nick Cannon. I know this sounds crazy. Think Nick Cannon soft if you want to.
And Nick Cannon used to be a Blood, actually.
You hear me?
I interviewed him about that.
You hear me?
Yeah. Now, you actually joined a gang when you were younger.
Man, you know what? I wouldn't say I joined the gang. Like, it wasn't like the Boys and Girls Club or like one of those things where you could walk up and sign up. I grew up in a neighborhood in Southeast San Diego to where, you know, this public assistance area called Bay Vista, and you know that was kind of the thing, like the cat you grew up with, and then this it was
gangbanging.
Yeah, you know, I actually if anything, I was always trying to get away from it. Of course, during the early '90s when, you know, it was glorified, I definitely was wearing my Dickies and you know, certain colors and the Chucks.
Was it a Crip set, Blood set?
It was a Blood set. But it was one of those things where that's the area that I grew up in. I mean, even if you think of Southeast San Diego, the majority of the people from down there are from different Blood sets. So, you know, it was one of those things where I never even tried to glorify that, because I felt like, you know, I got out of that unscathed. I mean, I lost a lot of friends to, you know, senseless gang violence. A lot of people still locked up right now. So I always try to downplay it and be like that cat that was allowed to get away from it.
So it's like, them the ones you better not really keep it cool with. So it's like, I didn't really know how to take it, and my homies had to calm me down. Like, man, you got so much shit going on. You don't need to do this, and we fuck him up. We do something crazy to do. The next thing you know, he gonna come back and sue you. So I had to think about that, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let it die. And then plus, I saw Chris in person, and I saw Chris do an interview too, where he was bigging me up and making a little whatever about it, and I just let it go. You know what I mean? I let it go. So I ain't got no problem with Tony Rock. Tony, we was about to fuck you up though. I'm not even finna lie to you, bro. We was coming up to, was it All Def Digital?
Yeah.
Oh, we was coming up there.
You and Erica, I mean, you guys were engaged, and then suddenly you had a very public falling out. What caused the falling out?
They had a public falling out. I stayed off social media when, like, I didn't have a Snapchat. When she was Snapchatting, like going crazy on me, subliminally, she should have just said my name because everybody knew she was fucking every post was about me.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just let her do her thing. Because in my mind, I learned that all my beefs have come from women.
Pretty much.
And this shit ain't cool to be beefing with no woman.
Right.
And my homies tell me that all the time. And that was the first time I took their advice. I said, I'm never going to respond to Erica publicly.
Okay.
Oh, I did a lot of texting but publicly, no. I'll let her do that because that's just who she is. She's out. She's going to do, and she's been on TV. She had nothing to hide. For me, I got CSI. I got so many other things that they eye me. They watch me. Yeah. So I can't be arguing with, and it just looks terrible. Like, it looks sloppy, you know what I mean? It just looks bad.
I personally don't respond to people who beef with me publicly.
Yeah, I can't do it.
You know what I'm saying? Everyone, I mean, Jay Electronica said some shit about me, this person.
you can't do it.
This person said it, that person said it. But, you know, it's like, I feel that being professional will always win.
Right.
Being unprofessional, you'll have different degrees of losing.
Right, exactly.
Sometimes it'll be a slight loss, sometimes it'll be a monumental loss, but it will never really be a win.
Exactly.
But, I mean, she went off. She accused you of abuse.
Yeah, she went crazy.
She talked about she had a miscarriage.
That's true.
That's true.
We did have a miscarriage.
Okay.
Yeah, we did have a miscarriage.
Do you think that caused the breakup? Because that's usually a pretty serious thing to go through as a couple.
Yeah, not really. That didn't cause anything. Like I said, I'm private with certain things. No one knew we was even having a baby. Like, that was one of the rumors that never spawned out of our relationship, that the media, it never happened. Mm-hmm. When she did that, for me, I'm looking at it like, why do you tell, or why do we feel sometimes that we have to ask the internet? These motherfuckers don't care. They're not doctors. They're not psychiatrists. They're not that. And it's just something that's natural for people to do when they, you know, I get it. She's looking for aid, or she's looking for something when you do that. You're looking for some type of sympathy or some type of attention to make you feel good. I understand. I get it. I just didn't like that out there. I didn't want that news out there. Then now that's something.
It's pretty personal.
Yeah, it is. And I'm like, yo, first of all, it happened like months ago. So to me, it's like, you should have said this shit when it happened. Why are you saying it now? Like, to me, it's looking like we're asking for attention, and we don't need attention. Like, we don't need it. And that didn't spawn the breakup. I just think that in time, it just happens.
Wasn't the person you want to marry and spend the rest of your life with?
At one point, for sure.
Yeah.
At one point, for sure. But then, you know, you start finding out things, and you start realizing certain things, and then you start analyzing your own life. For me, it was kind of hard because I felt like I had to pick between my fiance or my daughter, you know, because, I mean, shit, that's even on my baby moms and Erica had a little outing on social media. They was going at each other like last week.
Last week.
Going hard, going at each other. And I'm like, I'm sipping my tea watching this shit. I'm like, I don't belong in either one of y'all asses. And y'all arguing about me like, this shit is stupid. I'm not on nobody's side. Y'all too grown. And this shit is just dumb what y'all doing. And for me, I'm like, I don't want no parts of it. You know what I mean? And so for me, that is really what spawned it. You know, I hit a wall. I didn't know how to, I tried it, but when two people just don't get along, it's not gonna happen. The mother of the child doesn't want the child around the person. So I had to.
Oh, so your daughter's mother didn't want your daughter around
she didn't approve.
Erica.
Nah, she didn't
but Erica has a child.
Sure does, yeah. But because of their situation that they have going on,
okay.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't want nobody around my kid if I don't fuck with you. And if you've been talking shit about me and I've been talking shit about you, I don't want my kid around you. I don't know what you're gonna say to my child, I don't know. So it's best we just keep it cool. Keep a distance. And that's pretty much how it was. And for me, I'm not choosing nothing over my baby.
Sure.
It's my baby, you know.
Of course.
And it was times where, you know, I felt like I was in a corner and I had to choose, and that shit didn't feel good with me.